Talk about Pinky Cole. Okay, our girl Pinky Cole, newbie on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm not so sure if she's gonna be holding a peach or she's a friend of, but I think that she is going to be holding a peach, which would make it 8 housewives. Because we also have K Michelle, who we know is definitely holding a peach. But let's see, because I've never really seen where they put friends of in the cast photos. You guys, I never really seen friends of in the cast. Was Marlo ever in the cast photo as a friend of? Hmm. I gotta look that up. But okay, so Pinky Cole, as y'all know in the trailer, there's a shots fired at Pinky Cole from Angela Oakley where she said, don't try it, Mr. Clean, Papa Smurf. Now, Angela, why you do that? Why you do that? Come on, we all know that her hair is she wears a nice low haircut. It looks good on her too. She has a nicely shaped head. And some women can't rock those short haircuts like that. You gotta have confidence wearing them short haircuts like that, honey. Hmm. But anywho, so Pinky Cole took to her Instagram and she put up a picture side by side of Mr. Clean and a picture of herself, and she said, I kind of could see it. Now, I really appreciate a person who can take humor in things, right? I mean, I thought that was funny as F. I thought that was funny AF. I really did. I thought that was really funny that she would get on her Instagram and make a post like that about Angela throwing shots. Right after Pink Cole said, I should have brought your foreclosed houses. Lord. So this season is gonna be some good reads. Some good reads gonna be going on this season. Now we all know too that Pinky Cole filed for bankruptcy. She filed for bankruptcy. Um, they said that altogether she owes, well, altogether that she's in debt $1.4 billion. Okay. And here your girl go again with that humor that I love it. I love it. So she took to her Instagram and she uploaded a video of herself getting kicked out her house, dragging her luxury bags with her little Versace robe on, walking past her Bentley, talking about this is what people thinks. This is what people think happens when you file for bankruptcy. They think that you are getting put out of everything, you're losing everything. People, that's not what happens. Bankruptcy is to help you either restructure or basically start over. Huh? That's what it's for. If y'all don't know, a lot of celebrities, businessmen, regular people, and more working class people need to use it because we be trying to dig ourselves out a hole by paying, and we don't got it. So bankruptcy is not a bad thing. And a lot of your faves be doing bankruptcies, okay? So I think she is just gonna be I think she is gonna be, she right now, we haven't even seen the first episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17. And she is already my favorite newbie. She's my favorite newbie. All right, Pinky Cole. I'm gonna keep my eye on you, girl. That's right, Pinky Cole. Okay, so we're gonna move on over to Kenya Moore. I don't really want to say versus Brit Eady, but Kenya Moore did a live and she talked about, which she needs to be doing more, but whatever. And she talked about why she's in court with her landlord. Everybody's saying, oh, she owes back rent, she's getting evicted. I need people to understand the difference between how it all falls under housing, right? But apartment eviction is way different from a commercial eviction. They are in the same courts, but they are two different things, because one is a contract of longer years and one is a 1 or 2 year contract, right? Whereas a and two, it's residential. That's the difference. Okay. Residential housing and commercial housing, two different things. And a lot of people are not like using or don't know. I'm not going to say not. They don't know. They don't know, but they both fall under housing court. Okay. So Kenya, when she went to rent, she said it's a new building where they have commercial spaces under the building, right? And yeah, when she was saying it, I said, okay, I get it, because a lot of high rises are going up in New York City and they have commercial spaces, and a lot of them do offer, if that person was there for a long time before that building was built, they like offer them 10-year, 15-year contracts. Okay, so this was a new building built, a luxury, I'm guessing a luxury high rise where they have commercial space on the bottom. And with that being said, those spaces are not they're not built out. So this is why she's going back and forth with the landlord, because she's saying once she built out the space, which means she brought the sheetrock, she paid for the construction people to, build it to her liking. But mean the inside of the store, not build it up, but build the walls around and put the sinks in, the mirrors, the chairs. She paid for all of that. And in her contract, she said it's a 10-year contract that she signed, and that in the contract, a tenant improvement allowance is what was supposed to be given back to her when she opened the store. And they didn't give her back her tenant's allowance. So she said, okay, I'm going to withhold the rent, which I'm pretty sure it has to be in her contract that maybe she could do that. I don't know. But either way, that's what's going on with Kenya. It's not really a thing of eviction, because the landlord has to do their part too. And if they don't do their part, then I would be saying the same thing. Well, I'm paying you. Well, you want to get my rent, but you don't want to give me back what I put into building it out. So you basically are gaining more than me, and I'm losing. So you're gonna put me out, and then you could rent it. All they're gonna do is take her name off of the walls, take her name off the door, and now they're gonna show somebody that finished product that she did, and then they're gonna get the top pay of rent because it's already walls, floor, everything is already in there. And the next person, they don't got to give them nothing because she did all the work, and that's not fair. So basically, the judge, she said the case was closed. They didn't show up to court, and that the judge dismissed the case. So she won by default. This is the thing about winning by default. Either party could always come back as long as they have a valid excuse for not showing up. The case can automatically be reopened. Now, she did say, oh, her lawyer was there, but this is the thing. When you have a business, you should be there too. You should be there so you could always know firsthand what's going on. But I guess she pays a pretty penny and she feels like she don't got to be there. Okay, whatever. But she says, the landlord's harassing. And that's another thing. If the landlord is harassing her and trying to stop her from making money, how are you supposed to get paid if she makes no money? That's a red flag right there. I would be bringing that up totally, because I rent this from you so I can make money. Okay. She says she spent over 300,000 in this to make this salon what she wanted. And I said, whew, 300,000 for all that, girl. You could have got a little space and probably built all that. Maybe, listen, maybe I'm moving too fast. Or she could have got a nice little ran down house and fixed that up and turned it into Kenya more a spot. I'm just saying, because look at what you got to go through now. Okay. Now that's the end of that. She said the case is closed and we just gonna have to see what time reveals. Okay. So towards the end of the video, there was a question, what last words do you have for Brit Eady? And she said she went off basically. And I'm gonna put the video up. I don't know. The Brit Eady thing, I don't even understand. I guess that's just gonna be something that's always gonna be a point of contention, or like just not a good to ever want to hear the lady's name, because I think when Brit Eady said, oh yeah, I got my gun and all of that, and Kenya just was like, oh, okay girl, I got you and I'm gonna get you back. But now you haven't been on damn season 16. Which it was 1, 2, 3 episodes, and then you were gone. No season 17. And then they were saying that, oh, they try to get Brit back because of course Bravo wants her to drop that lawsuit. And then Brit was, I'm pretty sure she was gonna come back, but once they told her she had to film with Kenya, she said all bets is off, because for some reason this girl had out for Kenya, and she basically like was trying to take Kenya down. And Kenya actually really, made it easy for her. But in the same sentence, she messed up her own thing, because girl, you should have just showed up to the reunion. You should have showed up to the reunion and it would have been nothing. But anyway, the shade was thrown at Brit Eady. She's a ghost. She don't have the same relationship that Kenya has with Bravo or NBC Universal. And and she said, I ain't said, who's that hoe? Who that hoe? Or whatever the phrase was. And she also has some shade in there for Michelle Atielian, who was in the chat throwing shots, talking about, oh girl, you don't even know what's going on with your court case, but whatever. So I'm gonna upload a little bit of the video so y'all could. I'm gonna upload the part she talks about Brit Eady so y'all could get exactly what she says. It was funny. I'm not gonna lie. Kenya got those reads. She got those reads. And Brit Eady won't be coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Any last words? Oh.
I think she already gave her last words. Who is this?
I think Now, I didn't say who is this hoe. I did not say this today. And I'm not going to say it. Because unlike her, I have not burned my bridge with Bravo. I speak to them often, and trust me, I've heard a lot of people saying things, and I'm not gonna be activated with a ghost. I'm just not gonna do that. Let that person go ahead and do what they want to do, because at the end of the day, am I a traitor or am I faithful? What do you guys think? I have been a faithful to the day I died. The moment I stepped on this Bravo TV set or in front of these Bravo cameras, I have been a faithful. I think everybody can agree with that, right? Okay. I've had horrendous things happen to me as a faithful. And I have never betrayed, the network. So, and I'm not going to start now. But at the end of the day, if it's not me, it will never be you. It will never be you. Ooh. So, clock that T. So what else is going on?
Like I said, guys, go to my Twitter. Check out my post over there at Viewpoint Mama. And come back for some more videos. I will be uploading some more videos. Come back. Check them out. and let me know how I'm doing. All right. I will catch y'all in the next video. Later.